Welcome everyone to the Mod Squad Horror Show. I'm your host Harley, as always, joined by the wonderful Brandon,
Hello.
and we have the fabulous Felix with us.
What's up?
Fabulous.
Okay, let's start our show off with our sponsors. We have Skullectomy by Jolt 7 Studios. Her skulls are awesome, one of a kind. Also have Straka Art. Guys, he's starting new Christmas stuff. Go check him out. Okay, let's go to our horror news. From Joe Blow, The Black Phone 2, Ethan Hawke, and several Black Phone co-stars returning for the sequel. I didn't actually see Black Phone, the first one, so I might have to check it out because that picture looked pretty
you
awesome that
definitely
they
need
had.
to.
Have not seen.
It's
Oh,
an amazing movie.
yeah, it
One of
was.
the best movies of the year.
I remember when we saw the trailer, and it was like, "This is going to be something special." And I knew there was going to be a sequel,
It is.
but not spoiling it since it's a fairly new movie. Brandon, I know we kind of talk about the possible spin, but with the same characters coming back, do you think it's kind of going to be the opposite? Like maybe the grabber is calling him and
Yeah, I
like
don't know.
mess up with him, or do you think it'll be like a prequel type thing?
I was thinking that, like, with bringing back especially the same cast, it felt more like it would be a prequel to me. But I don't know. I'm curious to see what they're gonna do because Ethan Hawke was freaking awesome in this. He's
Yeah,
become
he
like
was.
a friggin' scream king, kind of like Justin Long. Like he's popping up in every horror movie, and I'm for it. Everyone he's been in has
It was
been
Purge, and he
awesome.
was in Sinister too, right?
Yeah, Sinister. He was in that
The
one.
Purge.
What was it? Daybreakers. It was like a vampire one. Yeah, he's been in quite a few now. So bring it on, Ethan Hawke.
From Bloody Disgusting. Either of y'all want to?
Fede
We went.
Alvarez.
Freddy. Just say Freddy, like Freddy Krueger. Freddy.
Fede. Yeah, Fede or Fede
I told you that extra E
without
was
the
going to
R.
get me. Okay, Fede Alvarez. Aliens movie takes place between original Alien and James Cameron's Aliens.
So it's like a legacy sequel, kind of ignoring everything after the first one.
It the way the article states, it's not really ignoring it. It's kind of like Saw X. Between the first
Yeah.
one and the second one, everything else that happens afterwards is still there. But this one's going to be more of like a standalone Alien. But what's exciting is they're getting the original company people that made the aliens for Aliens back to make the xenomorphs for this one.
Cool.
Can't go wrong with the good Alien movie. You really can't.
And
Been
after
a
what they
while.
did with Prey with Predator, I'm hoping there's good things with the couple. Another
Yeah.
Alien story that's
Because it's been
in
a while
the.
since we've had a good Alien movie. So
I liked Resurrection too. I'm going to go out there and say that. I know that's not the popular opinion, but I liked it. I actually saw it in the theater about 3 times.
From Bloody Disgusting, Nosferatu. First look at Nicholas Hoult and Robert Eggers' remake also teases Count Orlok's appearance.
Warlock. Yeah.
Felix, you're a big Nosferatu fan.
Yeah, I really reading the article. It does. I know I say it all the time, but it's got a stack cast. It's got Nicholas Hoult, who's the next Lex Luthor. It's got Bill Skarsgård, Willem Dafoe, and
Willem Dafoe is in this one.
what? Aaron Taylor Johnson. Yeah, that was his name, something like that. So it's got a good cast. I'm a huge Nosferatu fan, so I'm hoping it's good. But with these actors signing on, and they only sign on for like those type of artsy type movies, I think it's gonna be like that. But as long as it's good, I'm fine.
Yeah, I think it's cool that Willem Dafoe is in this one because he played like a version of Count Orlok in Shadow the Vampire, which was like yeah, you haven't seen that movie?
I don't even recall that. Yeah, I was just gonna say I don't even recall that.
Yeah, it's like a mockumentary type movie around the filming of Nosferatu with Willem Dafoe playing the guy who played Count Orlok, who you just gotta watch it. I don't want to spoil it for you. It's a awesome movie.
As soon as we're done here, man, just text me that title. It's something I might probably watch this weekend.
Shadow of the Vampire.
Sounds like it'd be a good movie. From Joe Blow, Scream 7, Jenna Ortega was reportedly seeking a substantial pay raise. That's what we kind of figured was more reason to why she stopped with this instead of just the timing.
Because I mean, how hard is it to like at least film a cameo or something? You know, like is her schedule that busy? I mean, yeah, I'm sure she's a busy actress. She's got a lot of stuff going on, but come on.
Because weren't they trying to get her to do like a phone parts where she's on the phone?
Yeah, the way I read it and I've heard, Melissa Barrera, Sam, she did have a contract for this next one. She was contracted for it, but Jenna Ortega wasn't. She wanted a little bit more money. They figured they could woo her first, for a small cameo, kind of like Neve Campbell in Part 5. But when they realized they weren't going to get her back, I think that's when they made up a reason to fire Melissa Barrera and start fresh. So from what I'm hearing, it's going to be fresh. It may not even contain Neve Campbell in it. I've heard two reports. Neve Campbell and family without Neve Campbell and family, and just start a whole new chapter. Go ahead, man.
Yeah. I was going to say, it's not a good look for Spyglass, though, with all of these pay issues, like not wanting to pay their actresses. It's not a good look for them. That's why, they're not getting Neve Campbell back, at least for now. They're not getting Jenna Ortega back because of, not paying these women what they deserve to be paid, or at least what they feel they deserve to be paid. It's not a good look.
And those are the big names that gets the people to come to the theater to see these movies is them.
Yeah.
I mean,
but I mean, Scream, I think just the title of Scream itself is at this point is probably a big enough draw to get people in the seats.
That's what Spyglass is hoping for.
It doesn't help the image. It doesn't help the image of the production company to, all these reports coming out that they're not.
They don't want to pay their female actresses.
I heard an exec say because the last Scream movie made more money than up to the original. It was the most successful one, and they're saying they didn't need Neve Campbell for that one. They don't need Jenna Ortega for this one. So Spyglass is hoping that just the Scream title will bring people in, and they're starting fresh.
We will see what happens.
But it still has to be a good movie.
True. What I'm kind of happy about it is it's going to be the same writers from the last two. And I don't know about you guys, but I like the last two. What is it?
Five wasn't extremely memorable. I don't remember a lot about it, and I'm not a huge fan of the killer reveals that they've been doing. It's like
this last one was too much, I thought. But.
Yeah, and in this last one, nobody fucking died. Like everybody got stabbed 50 times, and nobody fucking died. They had the perfect opportunity to kill off Gale, and they balked at it. They didn't do it. It felt like a cop out to me, that last one. It had some awesome scenes. I loved the brutality of the kills, the ones that we did get, but it just seemed like they pulled back quite a bit with actually killing people off.
I mean, I think the only parts I really liked in that movie was how they had all the props from the other movies there together, and they had all
that was cool.
those faces on the stage. But that was about it.
They were relying on nostalgia to carry the movie. It's like that can only get you so far.
Yeah.
Especially once you start getting into Scream 7, Scream 8, and it's like how much can you really rely on the original ones that came out 20 years ago?
Agreed.
Okay. Time for our first trailer. It is called Night Swim.
I know we saw the teaser to this, the Marco Polo scene.
Is that the new trailer for this one? Okay. This was always the fear of mine when I was little.
I've said this a million times, but you know me, I cannot be in a pool by myself. I'll start freaking out.
He kissed me. No, he didn't. When we were fixing up the pool, stop! They said it hadn't been used in 15 years.
Maybe they weren't pool people. This is not for the kids.
I used to be scared of pools.
Cider! Come on, Cider!
Getting a vibe here. Do you have a boyfriend?
No. Hey, someone's coming over in a minute.
Keep your mouth shut.
Marco. You need to say something back. Ronan, Marco.
F this. Fish out of water.
How long do you keep playing the game when the other person is on it?
My kids have seen things. And I'm worried something is happening to my husband.
Dad?
I've been looking for you.
Oh, that's what's his name.
There has to be some way to stop this.
Quiet, yeah. Forget that noise, man.
Okay, time for urban legends and ghost stories. This is all you, Brandon.
It sure is. All right. Since it is now Christmas season, I thought I would talk about some of the best creepy Christmas urban legends. And here we go. The first one I want to talk about is, of course, everybody's favorite anti-Santa, Krampus.
I just recently seen that movie last year too.
Did you?
Yeah,
So
I kept almost missing out.
Is the devilish companion of Santa. He's half goat, half demon. It is believed to have originated in Austria. While Santa travels around giving gifts to all the good children on Christmas, Krampus takes care of the troublemakers. If Krampus catches you acting a fool, you can expect him to beat you with branches, throw you in a sack, and drag you back to his lair for punishment.
Damn.
And this is a more modern take on Krampus, like from the Kick-Ass Krampus horror movie. And then next, we've got Grilla. Grilla is an Icelandic urban legend that's sure to keep you up at night. She's an ugly giantess who has an appetite for evil. When Christmas time rolls around, the repulsive beast leaves her cave in the mountains and heads into town searching for naughty children. Grilla loves children who misbehave. They're her favorite snack. If Grilla catches you acting up, she'll drag you back to her cave and toss you in her stew. Here's another little look at Grilla. That is a creepy ass painting.
I think that one's more creepier than the first one.
Yeah.
Well, the first one is like an actual like place in Iceland where you can go and like take pictures and stuff.
Oh, that exciting!
Yeah,
that's crazy.
An artistic look at Grilla. Looks like she's snagging up a baby from his crib and mom's popping her head in, catching her in the act. Next up, we've got the Yule Cat. The Yule Cat is another Icelandic urban legend. This vicious cat is actually the pet of Grilla. Just like its owner, the Yule Cat enjoys eating people during the holidays. It lurks in the snowy countryside and targets people who didn't receive new clothes for Christmas. It's safe to say this fierce feline acts as the ultimate fashion police. I don't know where that part comes from, but this
Maybe that's where
is.
the socks and underwear everybody always gets came
Oh
from.
yeah, yeah.
Is
Could
from that
be.
urban
Yeah,
legend.
yeah, yeah. We always do pajamas on
Yeah, we do
Christmas Eve.
pajamas too.
We get our new Christmas pajamas. All right. Next up, we've got another fan favorite, Belschnickel. Belschnickel is a German urban legend, and although he's a bit intimidating, he's actually a pretty good dude. He brings treats to all the good children at Christmas time, including cakes and candies. But similar to the others, Belschnickel doesn't take kindly to misbehaving children. Instead of giving the bad kids a treat, he greets them with a whipping with his signature switch.
Oh
In case
shit!
you haven't figured it
Oh
out
my.
yet, it's probably best to avoid any mischief around the holidays. And here we have a couple more takes on Belschnickel. Yes, that's right. That's Dwight from The Office as Belschnickel. That's one of my favorite episodes of The Office. And then last but not least, we have this is actually a super creepy character. We have Frau Perchta. We
Does look
definitely
creepy,
saved
man.
That
the
looks awesome though.
scariest for last. Frau Perchta is an urban legend from Upper Germany and Austrian regions. I don't know if you see a theme here, but a lot of these creepy, scary characters come from Germany and
Yeah,
other like Eastern European countries. She's also known as the belly slitter, thanks to her unique way of punishing people at Christmas time. Here's another shot of Frau Perchta. Frau Perchta would kill people by slitting open their stomachs and stuffing them with straw and stones. And of course, she also ate people. Perchta targeted those with dirty homes, people who worked during the 12 days of Christmas, and of course, naughty kids. Most of all, she hates lazy people. So here's to wishing that your belly is full of dinner and dessert this holiday and not straw and stones.
that's crazy.
And those are the 5 creepiest Christmas urban legends.
Yeah, that last one really creeped me out. All of them had a little creep factor to them, though.
Yeah. Frau Perchta, the belly slitter.
Well, then I think all of us would get our belly slit because we worked the 12 days of Christmas.
It's true. I think it's quite funny actually. She's kind of a hypocrite. She doesn't want you working during the 12 days of Christmas, but she also hates lazy people. So it's like, come on, Frau Perchta,
It's like, what are you supposed
make
to
up
do?
your
Work
mind.
a
One
couple
or the
days
other.
and. Okay, now it's time for our horror rewind. Okay, I'm going to throw up this before we let Felix play our horror rewind. Warning content scenes that may contain scenes that may offend some viewers.
All right. Again, you guys know me. You know, I like to pick things that did something to me back in the day, that made me scared, that made me that I liked, that I watched over and over. This one I've watched, but I've watched bits and pieces. I have seen the whole movie once, but there was this period of time where my sisters, we had this on VHS and they just kept watching it. They were always watching this movie. And I was always walking by when it was that scene. Every time I can close my eyes and remember that scene to this day. And the movie I'm talking about is The Entity. A story so shocking, so threatening, it will frighten you beyond all imagination. And this was based on a true story. And I knew this back then, which was also probably freaked me out. But The Entity is a 1982 American supernatural horror film. It is adapted by a 1978 novel of the same name. The film stars Barbara Hershey as a single mother in Los Angeles who is sexually assaulted and tormented by an invisible assailant. A ghost, basically, is assaulting this woman, and it's crazy. I don't know. This is another one of those that just stuck with me as a kid. I did sit through it once, and I just remember always walking by, and they were always watching it. And it was at that part. You guys seen the movie? You know what I'm talking about. What do you guys think? Have you seen it before? Make you want to see it? Do you know of the legend of what happened?
I've heard of it, but I've never watched it.
Oh, really? Yeah, it's been a long time since I watched it, but I do remember, I think I was a teenager when I watched it. And yeah, it's a fucked up movie.
And again, based on a true story, so that kind of, yeah. Here's the trailer for the Entity.
I've always believed that there were several planes of existence, and we as human beings inhabit only one.
What happened to you guys last night anyway?
I was attacked.
Is this the first time something like this has ever happened?
No. Things have come to me. In the night. Why do I see and feel these things?
Some things are more terrible than other things. And he felt like a man?
A big man. But when my son came in, there was nobody there. He evaporated.
That's classic poltergeist activity.
You know, there was a time when people believed in the supernatural. These ghosts and demons were only ideas, but people saw them.
You think I'm insane?
First, we have to find out what the problem is.
In the meantime, I'll be dead. He's stronger than you are. He'll kill me if he has to.
Isn't it possible that some entity has crossed into our plane of existence?
There was somebody there. I couldn't see him with my eyes, but there was somebody there.
He's in the room! Will you appear to us now?
It's my decision
What, to stay sick?
to stay alive.
I'm gonna
It's
have
been
to
a
check
while
that
since I
out.
watched that one. It's a pretty fun one.
Horror movie trivia time. Okay. 2 questions. Each of you get one. If you don't know, the other person could get the answer. Could try to answer it. Who would like to go first?
Go ahead, Brandon.
Okay. Which horror film follows a young woman who is terrorized by an eerie, faceless entity that only she can see?
Entity.
That's what I thought too.
Nope.
That only she can see.
That only she can see.
What is that movie
I
with?
was gonna say-
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So, can you read it again? A faceless entity?
A faceless entity that she only can see.
I don't know either.
It follows.
You can't. She can't see it, and it falls. Can she?
Yeah, it shows up as like different things. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Felix.
And then they announced a sequel.
Just recently, yeah.
Felix, your time. Which horror movie follows a group of people trapped in a remote location and haunted by a clan of deformed cannibalistic mutants?
Is that The Hills Have Eyes?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that is it for this episode of the
Wait. I'm going to do a live unboxing before we leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So you guys see it. I think Carly would really like it, but here we go.
It looks like a Funko. Is it a Funko?
Not quite. This box is really. I bet you there's like. I don't want to. do. Just slide this guy out. And like always, you guys will see it before me, but it's a movie Maniacs Pennywise from the
Oh,
Meat
that
Kit
is
movie.
awesome.
Sweet.
It just came out today, and I had pre-ordered it, so
that's awesome.
Since McFarlane got the WB contract, he brought back the movie Maniacs line, and everyone was upset that, because before it was just horror movies, so this is basically his first horror movie, Maniac, and it's Pennywise.
Awesome.
I just figured horror.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Okay, well, that is it for this episode of the Mod Squad Horror Show. Guys, go check out our community right here. This is where wrong one. This is where we have all the fun. You can talk to us. You got any questions, scan that QR code right there, and it'll take you to our community. As always, check out Back to the Retro Review, the Daily Dank, The Last Podcast You Want, and all of our other shows you're watching. The horror show right now, go check out the movie show, and the gamer show. And we go live every Saturday night with a giveaway. For Brandon, Felix, myself, and the entire Mod Squad, see you in your nightmares.
See ya.
Laters.